Kia ora. Well, for many of us, it was a chilly start today, and we've got more cold temperatures to come as we head through the rest of this week and through towards the weekend. The winds have swung around to more of a southwesterly. That's bringing some showers in across those western sides of the country, and we've got that cold air spreading right the way across New Zealand as we head in towards the end of the week. So here we are, here's the satellite picture. You can see this speckled nature of the clouds out towards the west. It's a good indication of that cold air and the showery situation. We've still got a bit more cloud off the eastern coast, but as we head through the daytime, it's really going to be those showers off the west, which are going to really bear the brunt of the weather for many of us over the next few days or so. Out towards the eastern side, generally things should become drier and clearer as we head through towards the afternoon. Not a bad few days in store for the likes of, say, Hawke's Bay and Gisborne, but you can see on that western side of the country there's more showers and some longer spells of rain up towards parts of Northland and Auckland as we head through the night time tonight. Perhaps even with the odd rumble of thunder even down towards those western coasts of the North Island. But I think the further east you are, the better chance of seeing some dry weather on that western side of both islands. We've got more showers to come, and similarly down towards the far southern parts of the country as well. Stewart Island and in towards Southland, more showers as we head through the next few days. And we are going to find those start to turn increasingly wintry as we head in towards the weekend, as that cold air spreads back up towards us. As we head through the night time tonight, Thursday into Friday, you can see that wet weather moves across the northern parts of the country. Wind left then with that southwesterly feed of air right the way across New Zealand, and it brings more showers still, mainly on those western-facing coasts of both islands, out towards the east, places like the Bay of Plenty, escaping those showers as we head through the night time in towards the early hours of the morning. Some clearer skies on that eastern side as well, and some slightly cooler temperatures as well. Here's how things look as we go through towards the early hours of Friday morning. Our minimum temperatures tonight, Thursday into Friday. You can see down the South Island, temperatures still down to around about 2 degrees Celsius, so a cold night. Expect those temperatures to start with a minus as we head through towards the weekend. Up on the North Island, a little bit milder with a bit more cloud across us, especially up through Northland and Auckland, 9s and 10s. But even here, I think we'll find some cooler air as we go through towards the weekend. So let's take a look at Friday itself. We're left with that southwesterly feed of air. It's rather a fairly similar pattern, you can tell. We have more of those showers on those western-facing areas, particularly in from, say, the likes of Bulla, in towards Taranaki, Waikato, Waitangi, and even up towards Northland and Auckland. Could be some fairly heavy ones as we go through towards the end of the day, perhaps with some hail and even a chance of the odd rumble of thunder across those northern and western parts from the evening time. And a similar story down the far south as well. You can see those showers have been on and off through the daytime through parts of Southland and skirting around that corner just towards the heights of the Otago Peninsula as well. But elsewhere, there's plenty of dry weather on that eastern side of the South Island, and similarly up towards that eastern side of the North Island and the Bay of Plenty as well. Generally drier and brighter, some decent clear skies and some sunshine. But you can see it is going to be a cold one. This is how the air mass changes as we head through the next few days. Those blue colours showing that colder air creeping right the way up across both islands. You may even find the return of some snowfall about the tops of, say, the Desert Road even, as we head through Friday night in towards Saturday. So a real chilly few days to come, and that cold air is set to last through into next week as well. So let's have a look at the North Island for Friday. As I said, it's a bit of an east-west split. On that western side of the coast from Northland right the way down towards Taranaki, we've got showers through the daytime. Some of those could be fairly heavy, and particularly later on, I think we'll find there could be one or two rumbles of thunder and perhaps even some hail as well. Those showers become a bit more persistent through and towards the afternoon as well, pushing a little bit closer towards places like Taumarunui and in towards St Manawatu as well. For Wellington, we might have a few showers through the daytime, but I think they will be very isolated. Most of the time, I think we'll find it stays dry. Similar story through Wairarapa as well. The chance of an isolated shower, but most of the time it is looking dry. Head up towards Hawke's Bay, Tairafti, and across towards the Bay of Plenty. Generally, you're in a fine spot. But on that western side, do keep a close eye on the radars through the daytime. More showers to come, and still that risk of thunder, especially about the more western parts of the region from, say, Taranaki and Moanga right the way up towards Northland, especially later in the day as well. So I think we are going to keep a close eye on those. In terms of our temperatures, the best of the temperatures perhaps out in the best of the sunshine. Places like Napier and Hastings up to around about 16 degrees Celsius. A cooler day down towards Wellington, 12 degrees Celsius. But I think we may even find our temperatures struggling into double figures over the next few days down across those southern parts of the North Island. As we head down towards the South Island, again, we've got more showers still pushing in towards the likes of Southland and across in towards Fiordland and skirting in towards Bulla as well. Head towards Nelson, trapped between the mountains there. I think you'll find it's a decent day, should stay fine through most of the day. Not a bad story for the likes of, say, Marlborough and down through Canterbury. The chance of an isolated shower, but I think it really is just a chance. I think most of the time we'll find it stays dry on that eastern side, some nice clear skies and some sunshine. There'll be more showers though feeding up from the south, and the combination of that moisture with that cold air does mean we're starting to look at some snowfall as well from pretty much the afternoon on say Friday in Fiordland. We are going to find that snow dropping down as low as about 100 metres and the heaviest snow above about 300 metres. So there are some severe weather watches in place for that snowfall through Fiordland and also down in towards south. And you can see it really has an impact on our temperatures as well. That cold air really rushing across the south side. And our temperatures in Christchurch, for example, 9 degrees Celsius and lows back down below freezing as we head through in towards Saturday. But as I said, we have got those severe weather watches in place. It's really for the likes of, say, Fiordland and Southland, with that cold air still with us through in towards Saturday, spreading up and across us, bringing with it some snowfall. You can see it becomes a bit more persistent down through parts of Southland and southern Otago as we head through the daytime on Saturday. You see as well, we've got some snowfall about the spine of the Southern Alps. If you plan to do those passes, those crossings, as we go through the first couple of days of July, the first couple of days of the school holiday as well, do keep a close eye on the forecast, especially for those high mountain passes, places like the Milford Road, Crown Range Road, and even up in towards places like the Lindis and Arthur's Pass as we head through the next few days. Down south, though, we have got some severe weather watches for that heavy snowfall. Starts from the end of the day on Friday, 9 p.m. Friday for Fiordland, right the way through towards the early hours, 6 p.m. on Sunday there. So it's a fairly prolonged cold period. Most of the snowfall above about 300 metres. But we could see that snow dropping down to low levels around about 100 metres or so as we head through that period. And we're also going to find snowfall the other side of the hills out through Stewart Islands, Southland and those southern parts of Otago, south of, say, about Queenstown to Mosgiel from 3 p.m. on Saturday, right the way through till Sunday as well. And again, the heaviest snowfall above about 300 metres, but with lesser amounts down to 100 metres or so. But it's worth bearing in mind with that cold air and some rather strong winds as well, we're all going to find it is a real different feel to the weather over the next few days, a real chill in the air, and that wind chill factor is going to be something to really bear in mind if you're heading out and about through the weekend. But really a change to much cooler, colder southwesterlies for the weekend itself. That's it from me, the Met Service.com.